Fun, let's get it started, baby. The battle bus has launched. Game number 2 begins right now.
This time around, we have a northwest, kind of mid-east, headed towards Lonely Lodge, bus path, players jumping on out. This is quite a stretch for some typical drops. You might see a later drop from the gentleman from FaZe, Tfue and Cloak. We'll have to see here where they end up landing.
And there on your map in the top right, you also can look at where the llamas are scattered.
You got two very close next to each other there, one in Dusty and one to the immediate southwest in that corrupted area. That one actually probably going to be pretty exposed. I'd almost bet you, though, the one in Dusty is in a tree. And up in Wailing Woods is so secure. Look at this.
You always wonder how a llama gets in a tree.
You made a paper mache. What are you doing up there? You see all these POVs all at the same time. Jack, that's a lot of information to take in. Actually, one thing I'm noting, though, if they're not still floating, immediately harvesting as many materials as possible in every single location that they may have dropped into. Aiden, Nick, you see up there in the top middle. Already in Tilted. The red apartment building, a pretty common drop. You hear the loot boxes popping open. And you can tell, even just by landing on the roof, audio cues are strong so that they can hear immediately what might be inside, if there's a chest or not. Godnick and Super Evan back in their building as well. Looks like I got my wish, Jack. I wanted a rematch, and it's going to happen here, assuming they run into each other. Super Evan, for a second there, flipping through, has a trap, which has come in extremely clutch in Tilted in the past.
Yeah.
So many surfaces, even just natural surfaces you could place those things on.
And this is the same fight as last time.
This is the same fight as last time, too. Punisher slowly ticking out there. It's like Germ playing in the dark, potentially, in his webcam.
This sums up how, you know, these beginning fights are a base pistol, an epic scoped assault rifle with 10 shots, and that's the whole loadout. Two gray SMGs as well. It's just so scrappy. I saw in the elimination feed again, Cease goes down almost instantly, and whoa, Tendons.
A 1v1 now, German Tendons facing off here. Let's see if Tendons rotating away. He does have 50 shield. He might not have the knowledge of whether or not Germ has shield of his own.
I think that the common shotgun that he's got is the difference here. Being able to get close with that tactical shotgun when his opponent has no shields, that's when the weapon's at its best. And another HP tag, that might be the kind of call to go. He wants to close the gap. Tendon's looking to get revenge for his teammate Punisher. He jumps on over. Will he spot the players? Doesn't appear so as of yet. Has he lost
track of him? The wall there, there's the knockdown. Finishes J-Love, a 1v1 now. Still trying to track down his opponent. The last of that duo, the shots coming out. He's just kind of defend himself slightly. Has a chance to put the trap down if he needs it, if he feels like he's going to be invaded, but he doesn't have to. Quite a bit of ammo for that 1v1 situation. Back here, Nick looks like he's been knocked down already, but Aiden, 169 gets the knock. I got it. 1v1, the shotgun, the crit. Super Evan goes down, and Aiden saves the day. Don't worry, Nick. Aiden's got your back, bud.
And I can tell you right now how that happened. I noticed it in the feed. Nick Mercs got knocked by a trap. Aiden left by himself to clutch on up, and that's why Nick wanted a team with this incredible player right here. He clutches it. 2 games of Tilted, 2 victories in that area for Nick Mercs and Aiden.
DK and TJ out here, the little soccer stadium, watching for a rotation from a team that looks like they were just engaged with. TJ not doing too hot on HP, the heavy snipe. DK's inventory there, you see 19 heavy rounds. That thing often used for more than just long-range shots. The Gunfly Baldy here. Engaging the shot.
Oh. Instantly eliminated Baldy with not really much to his name at all. Only 1 wall can be built. Basically just needs to hit a flick pub shot. As if is weak as well, but has at least enough metal to build a box, and maybe can try to get the res on his teammate. Yeah, Baldy's got nothing to show for it.
Looks like he might be going for the bush here, waiting just long enough that the revive is going off. Stops the revive and catches him on the edit there. Baldy falls in, and 1 shotgun shot is all it takes from Ziff to save his teammate and secure 2 elims.
And I mean, even that was calculated from Ziff, right? Doesn't release the res the second Baldy gets there. Doesn't panic. knows it takes 3 hits with that pickaxe to break through the metal, which was just enough time to finish the res. Scoped assault rifle in the hands of Bola. Bumpa's there as well. He's bouncing back and forth, not a lot of HP to his name. Will he just deploy off this roof? It does appear so. They're going for it. They're risking it all right now, Lupo. Here's the quick challenge. No pump fired yet. Quick edit on the stairs. Unfortunately, will not be able to get a shot off in time. His opponent will get the high ground, and as he grapples, it looks like he'll have to give that up for the moment. Quick edit again. Fall on in. No. Nice little dodge in that shield. Might just be the difference. A great crack of the shotgun there. Oh.
Be very careful. Just barely gets clipped.
Linane and Sketch. Nice little victory there. But man, another scrappy fight. It's these early fights, Ben, that it's like, yes, you want them, but at what cost? But at what cost?
It all depends on kind of the situation that you and your teammate might be set up in. Even early game right now, so long as there's this many players left on the field, you don't necessarily know who you're up against unless it's a drop like this. Aiden and Nick Mercs securing Tilted as Zextra and Vinny look in from the outside. But you have an opportunity to secure a couple early game elims and maybe put yourself in striking distance for a point.
I think one player over by Kevin just did the extreme like boost launch.
You saw him way up in the air.
Yeah, that boost they use to get that high up, yes, it does 30 damage to you because of Kevin's shot, the cube, people call it Kevin.
That's
it launches you so far into the sky that you can fly anywhere on the entire map. Talk about the ultimate rotation.
Exactly. Literally going anywhere from one pivot location is pretty crazy.
JDW and Ronan barreling down towards C9 Blind and Hysteria.
Team floating in northeast.
Don't. I thought he was going to try to take the shot.
I still want him to. He's got 25 heavy rounds, minus exposing your position.
Is this versus Vinny and Zextra? I'd assume so.
It almost has to be based on what we saw earlier.
And they were the ones who got in the fight earlier on. Zextra just gives it up. He flies away. And, oh,
going for it, though.
Aiden's chasing this, and Nick is nowhere nearby. And you can tell that's their communication. Nick is saying, whoa, 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 whoa.
Another team shows up. Aiden might have playing out a position that's going to be tough. Hopefully he can save himself inside the factory building here west side of Leaky Lake, but we'll have to find out. Nick finally making his way over. Slowed down a little bit based on the building, and this split could be tough for Aiden and Nick Mercs.
You got to wonder, did Aiden bite off more than he can chew? Nick now there, doesn't get any tags with the assault rifle, and Aiden, look at the health. Down to just about 30 left. He's got some minis he can pop in time. And the zone's now there as well. Nick's just going for it. He's in a fight by himself, gets attacked twice with the pump shotgun, no limb yet. Pops the rift to go and drags one player with him as he's basically just trying to reset this fight. Scrappy stuff all around Leaky Lake. Players all over the place. Nick with no healing left, no shields he can pop. Aiden very low as well. Sees one just below, but can't get a tag again with the assault rifle.
That second mini, anything to build up as much of a buffer in terms of taking damage as they can. Nick didn't know have a top down on his opponent. Uses the stink, kind of damages himself a little bit, but look at the shotgun shot, gets the knock on Zex with that stink grenade.
Beautifully placed grenades
underneath there.
Does one tag, and it doesn't appear so. He's got Aiden firing down as well. They need this final limb. I believe if they get this, it'll put them at 4, so they've already got another point in this one. Aiden traveling on in, looking to give Nick the help he needs. Can't connect again with a shot. Nick goes down. Will Aiden hit the shot? He's whiffed a few times now.
No,
and he's got no builds. No, Vinny! Rips him in 2. It will be 1 point earned for Nick Mercs and Aiden, but Vinny clutches up, and I'm gonna be the first one to say it. Aiden missed some shots there.
He did. The early aggression, the push away from Nick, potentially a bad play call, and they may have paid the price because of it. That early split put Aiden in a bad spot. I think Saf and Cool takes Majin out. Very low HP on the Majin teammate, and there's the shot. Saf able to pick Ghoul up right after that. Dean and Lyle here on the just southwest of Tomato. Trying to avoid kind of any engagement they can here, but they do have a target right in front of them, rotating left to right. You see that around inside, probably a structure that they own. Maybe not realizing, but another team flying in at this point too. 8 seconds left till the rotation starts. The zone gonna close. They're going to have to make some moves. There's a lot of building over there in Tomato. Somebody may potentially still be there. We're just prepping to move shortly. The replay from Morgassi and Saint. A quick edit and a shot.
170.
Izar goes down to a 170. And the elimination finish there. Another teammate decides to engage in a 1v2 situation, and Tomo gets picked out of midair by Morgassi. Showing quite a bit of accuracy. That's multiple eliminations in both games now where players are flying through the air, either towards or away from him.
And now, we always talked about back on day one, Vinny and Zexro, how scrappy they were fighters. They got near the most eliminations in their heat. Well, guess what? They're already at 5 elims this game. Vinny and Zexro have earned themselves 2 points alone right now. Most elims in this game right now, it is Vinny at 3 himself. Impressive stuff yet again.
70 players left. Match, 11 minutes processed through this match, and still 70 remaining. Ronaldo and Ziff here. Set of opponents up above. Now that height advantage, it used to be, it's aggressive in a sense that you have a peak chance on opponents that are moving underneath you. But now you'll see here too, that single ramp means somebody's going for an aggressive push. J-Truth flying over the top, moving closer to the zone. He's going to take some damage on the way in. Plus he's solo. Looks like Wilds is out. Potentially an attempt to gatekeep here. He's safe inside the zone. They're going to have to rotate through his line of sight. Maybe they could use the hill in front of him. Move through, but Ronaldo popping across. A little hippity hops. Ziff and Ronaldo moving, I believe, still over towards J-Truth.
I mean, look at the whole inventory for J-Truth. An assault rifle and a shotgun.
At least he's got quite a bit of medium ammo. 235 is exceptional for this early in the game. 73 shotgun shells. I don't think he's going to run through those anytime soon. But Jack,
more shots down low.
It's
and
time.
Time. Make
the
it
big
rain
bonus. $60,000, Jack.
60 grand for the player or the duo. The most eliminations during this next 5-minute and 15-second window. Who will it be? It was a tie in game 1, so the money rolled on over. The Make It Rain bonus now at $60,000.
J-Truth following closely behind a duo in front of him. Still got quite a bit of material sitting on 027. He's over almost 100 builds of his own. See a couple sets of players in front. Gonna float in there. We swear the glider was deployed.
He's continuing to just use his opponent's builds to get as high as possible.
Saving materials in that situation, an intelligent play too. You don't want to burn through too much. 2 Rift to Goes. 264 on the materials. He's got a trap.
This
Gold AR.
Razaru's got to be happy with the loadout right now.
I'm happy with his loadout right now.
Not even involved.
Snipe shots coming in directly southeast of him right there. You see the little tower. Ball getting tagged. Looks like 1 time for 22 damage. He's going to float in next to his teammate and just build up underneath. They're inside the safe zone. No need to get overly aggressive. They want to play for position here. Even though the Make It Rain bonus is 60K, you're going to see competitive players like this opt for placement. They're going to go for strategy every single time.
Oh, absolutely.
This is the most populated, I think, retail row has ever been.
New people are moving in.
A number of strategies. We discussed this previously, Jack, but remind people watching at home or here in San Jose, why do you see players replace the walls of houses?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. It makes a lot of sense when you hear it. They want to be able to edit and peek out of wherever they can. They want to have control over as many exits as possible. It's a battle royale. You can get pushed from anywhere, and they know this, especially with this many players left. Instead of leaving those old walls there, you replace it all with your own. And just like that, you've used the natural cover to be able to farm materials. Then you place it with your own cover to then be able to peek on out and either get aggressive and get shots on an opponent, or have some quick edits to be able to escape with ease.
Ghost, DMO, DMO and Bizzle in the small structure on the side there. You see a ton of teams kind of building up here. Morgassi and Saint have kind of an elongated structure there. They do have 1 shadow stone inside, so they need to sneak out. One of them, it appears, can. Not sure if there's a second one nearby or not, but they could kind of build a tunnel too to secure 2 if needed. To see here, a couple edits down below. But this is might be one of the largest structures I've seen a team build to establish a base kind of ever, which Can be good and bad, Jack. Multiple directions for teams to push in on. They can't necessarily defend a wall in the way that they would want to, but they have the ability to kind of back up and close up these edits. You see a lot of those slanted edits just waiting in case they need to retreat. Looks like there is a second cube in there if needed. Maybe that's the reason for the extended building here.
And you see how many materials gathered so far for Morgasi this game.
Or 1,000 wood, 621 brick, 400 metal. Still sitting on quite a bit. 463, the material count on the right side of your screen. Zayt goes down. Cloak and Tfue there at the very top of your screen. The rotations are happening 53, 52, 51 seconds till the next circle. 2 minutes left on the Make It Rain bonus for 60 grand. Dean and Lyle gonna try and pop this shield. He's got sitting on 3 big shields, 3 minis. His loot setup is actually fantastic.
Oh yeah, with a launch pad as well. Funk Bomb and Nate Hill.
Raz the feed, knocking Lyle and finishing, gets that elimination.
Again, just looking to third party, any builds. Just want a free shot. Oh.
Intelligent play, putting the wall up, kind of, you saw that player on your screen that Nate was going to take a shot at, was ramping and walling, knowing that to his left side there was an opportunity for opponents maybe to take shots at him. Defensive play, burning materials, not sure how many that player was sitting on, but that's covering your tracks while you're moving is a good call every single time.
How many
Raz
players
getting bodied, it looks like by Nate Hill, the snipe shot there and looking for the finish, but builds themselves in. Raz and Bog on the move. Now Nate and Funk, we've seen these guys.
It was Nate that sniped Tfue in game 1 to eliminate him. So again, Nate Hill moving into the zone, wanted to make sure he stays near his teammate. You saw how he was building up, and then his teammate began to take control of the low ground, so he followed real quickly, but now a player just behind him.
The speed at which Nate just turned around to replace that wall is impressive.
Right?
Spun like a top. 40 seconds left to Make It Rain bonus. Fuzzing the feed, eliminating Yo-Yo, keep it up. Couple points left and right. No team that is alive right now, though, Jack, has 3 or more eliminations. Saf and Ghoul have 2.
R7 and R7.
Scruples.
Yep.
Morgasi and Sane have 2. Vinny still with 3 eliminations of his own, but they're no longer in this one. 56 players remaining. 17 seconds till the circle closes. 15, 14 seconds to Make It Rain bonus. We'll have to see here.
And look at Satan Morgasi's build now. You'd almost think that was 2 teams.
It's large enough to be that way.
Right?
I wouldn't be surprised if one team forced on a rotation moves into the other half of this building.
And that's it for the Make It Rain, just like that. So we'll keep you guys updated on if that prize money was won, the $60,000.
Jack, the first circle move is coming up here in 40 seconds. Half of the new safe zone is still inside, which means there's a number of teams up there on the north side, just inside of retail. They're going to stay safe. And that's a good opportunity to third party, wait for teams on rotation, try and build up some eliminations. Maybe a big bonus during this game. We'll have to wait and see. I know that Cloak and Tfue, based on our previous views, are inside the safe zone, and they're notorious for excellent third party opportunities.
And also remember, for every victory royale, that team that wins it wins $50,000 too. So that's in the minds of everyone as well. The zone about to begin to close. Everyone gonna frantically have to go, and now it's Shadowstone time. They're gonna go ahead and clip right through these walls, use this launch, and just go for it.
They're trying to get up as high as possible.
When you bounce, you can just continue to launch in the air, and you'll actually keep going higher and higher up. This is such a smart play. They're inching towards the zone, and they're so high up in the sky, no one's even going to think about them.
Did you see the smirk on Morgasi's face? They're just floating up there. And even when this thing runs out of time,
they're going to fly all the way to Game 3.
Exactly. They're going to end up there.
They're going to land on a different map. I mean, they just keep to go. They just keep on climbing.
Looks like these last 45 seconds should be running out relatively shortly. A very intelligent play from these.
This was so smart, man.
Dean dropping Asteria and finishing, getting the elimination with the SMG in the feed there. And the setup on Saint, you saw on the bottom right, very good. Nate getting the knock on Fuzzy, which means his teammate Enigma should still be in there. Ghoul going down to a trap from I Don't Game Bro in the feed, the knock and the Elim. Saf, R7 both knocked by the Storm. Tfue picking up an elimination on Bizzle. Nate secures that Elim on Fuzzy there. Nate and Funk are going to have to. Actually, they're just barely safe. They're right inside the edge of the zone here. They have a number of teams that are neighbors. Depending on what this next circle looks like, they might be in a perfect position if they have to move the direction that they're sitting right next to the Storm, or they might have to move quite a bit. Babe and Payne have a top down on a number of players. Here we go. Funk and Nate looking to pick up some eliminations, catching teams rotating from underneath.
We're now 20 minutes into this game. and there's still 45 players remaining.
I think that kind of shows the strategic play that these competitive players kind of lean on. Yeah, there might be massive bonuses for elimination counts and such, but making moves.
Nice shot.
Keep yourself alive. The window, going for the shoddy shot, his opponent just starts to back up, and Blind gets caught off guard, which means Hysteria was down already. An instant elimination on Blind.
They do have a launch pad. Not sure if they're going to use the Morgasi. Hiding by himself. He's just right now playing more towards looking, see if people push from behind him and maybe get a free elimination just like this. A nice crack there with the shotgun. But now there's players down low, and he gets ripped in half by Crodot.
His teammate Saint didn't have any eliminations, so it looks like they missed out on a point just barely there. The FPS and Flame trying to rotate in the sky here. Everybody's got to keep moving south. The material situation not looking too bad right now. Hopefully they can catch another team off guard and pick up some more. Yeah, we can hear the crowd behind us.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try to cast what I just saw on my screen. So they've got to move again. I mean, look at this. It is an all-out sprint as the lobby is going to begin to drop like flies to FPS and Flame, still near this mid to high ground. Definitely above more than 80% of the lobby. Jaganza up top with Villix. We saw them do well yesterday. Base Soldier and Marksman still in this one as well. Pain on the low ground alongside Tfue and Cloakzy. Chap still alive too. We haven't talked a lot about him, but we know just how good he can be late game. Lenane drops to the zone. Bogdan drops to the zone. Nolan and Crodot both will drop to the zone. Tfue trying to inch forward. The Storm still pushing. Now at 17 health, he's got to go. Yeah, they're going to fall all the way down.
Cloak still sitting pretty with quite a bit of HP, a little bit of shield, just lost some right there.
Got a medkit right now.
Medkit is going to drop the slurp. Cloak can pick it up. The play here, looking to secure Cloak, is basically a tank in this situation, trying to top him off as much as he can, while Tfue uses the medkit.
Top 13. Tfue and Cloakzy still alive. Remember, coming into this, they were already first in points after game one. There's one for Cloakzy. 11 players now left. How about another as more begin to drop on down? He's going to grapple up to the high ground, trying to chase these elims. There's more players still above him. Great job with those roofs. 11 players left. Who will begin to earn placement points in this game? He's going to rain down grenades as he still has two more in his inventory. Not a lot of mats left. Base Soldier with an elim down unprovoked. 9 players now left. Base Soldier and Marksman are so weak. And with grenades floating on in, you've got to think the end could be near. Tfue eliminates Pain. You've got Snood on the high ground as well. He's got no walls! Tfue and Cloakzy with another. 6 players left. He still has 3 big shields. He can't use one yet. Cloakzy with another knock. Tfue's going to drop to the Storm. It's all on Cloakzy yet again. Can he clutch up? He got second in game 1 by himself. 27 seconds remaining. You see, everyone else is so weak. You've got to think this is Cloakzy's game to take. He's got the medal as well. One player floating down on him. He tries to react in time. The tag. He's got him weak. A lot of fall damage. No builds. Oh no, Marksman clutches it out. No, second place. Dementos wins it with 12 HP. I thought Marksman had it. I thought he did. Cloakzy is the MVP so far today, man, with the plays he's making.
Right there at the end, though, Dementos securing second place, and Pate knocked out first for that duo the game before. Excellent placement for these two so far. Marksman living on almost a prayer towards the end of that match. If we saw his HP over the course of the previous 3 minutes. You see here, this stack of players here. Marksman down there, you see very bottom of the screen, the number 57. He must have had 15 HP or less. Still alive, bottom of this stack, just waiting it out with a Storm, kind of taking his time, taking shots up above. There it is. An excellent set of plays. Cloak and Tfue lasting almost until the last second. We've seen those two, like we said, all for T1 put on an excellent show.
Oh, yeah.
This is just the build-up. I expect big things from them next game.
Remember,
the momentum
Royale
starting.
is $50,000. So Marksman was one shot away, obviously, with how weak Dementos was. You saw there the victory coming on in. Congratulations to Dementos and Pate for that victory royale. That'll earn them at least 3 points too.
Plus another $50,000. That's $100,000 based on victory royales for that duo alone.
Pretty
I
nuts
hope
stuff.
They realize that, because if they don't, they're gonna soon.
Pretty nuts stuff no matter what. Tfue and Cloakzy, another very good placing though. You've got to think they probably continue to hold on to that lead after game number 2. We are just a third of the way through the action, folks. for the Fortnite Fall Skirmish Grand Finals live from TwitchCon. Tfue dropped to the storm there after he got cracked by a shotgun, which dropped him down to, I believe, just 5 HP. This packed crowd, people wanted to grab some food, wanted to make sure they're locked in and ready for the action that will continue. Just a few brief moments, but either way, fantastic start to the day, to say the least.
Now, I want to point out, as the camera's panning over the audience here, which, by the way, make some noise if you're here in San Jose, please. Yeah. One of my favorite things about the Fortnite competitive community is the support that you see from every single player.
Oh, yeah.
As we were looking through there, I saw, Vivid, can you raise your hand? I saw him out there in the crowd.
What a guy.
They're all part of the same